Yes, fellow Nigerians across the globe. I am George Onyibe. Of course, as a society value advocate, I constantly appeal to the conscience of our people that they may simply apply their heart to reasoning. We are actually not here to sell personality, because in the end we have none. The Creator Himself has evidence across the universe, physically, spiritually, to reveal His true strength. But it happens that He chooses to showcase His power in His weakness. And that is why they could be the depth of ocean and its misery. They could be the formidability of the mountains, the rock, the unmovable, the thunder, the storm. It could be the hail itself, but you will not see God there. And if you had walked with Elijah, you will see God choose to appear on the still small voice. Only Christians will understand. What am I trying to say? Everything God has created, the angels, the heavenly being, it is only one that beats their imagination. It is only one that makes them envy human. And that is because we have the capacity to love. They don't understand what it means to truly love. And that is why you will see the most important verse of the Bible across the Old and the New Testament is John 3:16. And they simply say, for God so loved the world. Everything that God has created and presented to us, it is only the power of love that truly reveals His identity. And then He said, a new commandment have I given unto you, that you love one another. And then He moved on to say, for God is love. He who does not love could not proclaim, pretend you have known God. But let me stop there so I will not digress further. I want us to look at the message I simply titled this morning. Does the Igbo truly love the supposed sub-Igbo group? Because we're actually going through a dispensational shift. And believe me, because of the information at our disposal, all of you who have made up your mind to run on the offensive, your life will never remain the same again. We make you a promise. If you are an African dedicated to the subjugation of fellow Africans, I promise you, before our time is up, your life will never remain the same again. Not to talk of when you are in Nigeria. You are claiming Jagaban on top of our head. You are majority, feeding on the misery of our people. And somewhere along the line, you think you will be able to change the narrative under our watch with what we know? Think again. We understand what is obtainable, the risk that is involved, and the process it will take us to. But be rest assured that of the truth, we will stand on the path that in the end, equity, transparency, fairness, justice, if there is any, will have to prevail. Nigerians are going through a dispensational shift, which is often orchestrated by those people who believe that they are better, more superior, more intelligent, more wealthier than you. And they have to manipulate the whole process to keep them there. But the truth is that they are not most intelligent. They are not the most superior. They are not better even more than the rabbits and the cats and the animals in the forest. Because in the end, the difference between us is that we are free moral agents, governed by rules, laws, and regulation. And I can assure you, in the absence of the rules, we are all savages. And since we are fully aware of the dispensational change, and we have seen the hypocrisy, the pretense of certain Homo sapiens, we will not allow them to sell the next generation of our people. The group of Nigerians who call themselves Igbo Biafra have been running mad for over a decade now that they want Biafra, yet they want to be Nigerian president. Yet everybody hates them. Yet they hate everybody. And automatically they want everybody to love them. And everybody migrated from them. Distorting history, organized crime, and I will say a heinous crime against indigenous people in the context and idea of one Nigeria. And somewhere along the line, they want us to keep quiet. Now, let me remind you, we know the worst you can do. You unalive us. You incarcerate us. You sabotage us. You betray us. But we are your destiny and we are your doom. Whatever you do to us will come back to you. Check what you did to Isaac Adakaburu. Is it not coming back to you? Check what you did to Chukwuma Zogo. Is it not coming to you? Check the betrayal, the conspiracy behind closed door. Check everything you have done against supposed minorities in the context and idea of one Nigeria. You will see they are all coming back to you. Believe me, if you don't repent, from your action, from your mouth, the Creator has declared judgment upon all of you already. But let's keep the record straight. For those who are not spiritually inclined, for those who are not free thinkers, for those who cannot be able to visage what lies ahead of us. That is why we have to create all this scenario. If not, we will accept the balance. And believe me, we cannot be proud to stand before the Creator as justified individual if we do that. Now let us come back to the topic. Does the Igbo people, the Igbo Biafra, truly love the supposed sub-Igbo group? For example, does the Igbo people truly love Ikure people? If you are an Igbo person, listen to me. You hear what your parents tell you behind closed door. You hear what your fellow Igbo tell you behind closed door. You know what your leader tell you behind closed door. Now, I am not there. I've never been there. But you know, you are human. You have the capacity to choose right from wrong and wrong from right. It is a rhetorical question. Pause a little bit and answer. It's going to come in two ways. But working on the thought of my topic this morning, does the Igbo truly love the supposed sub-Igbo group? Does the Igbo love Ikure? Does the Igbo love Anyoma? Does the Igbo love the Ado? Does the Igbo love the Orashi? Does the Igbo love Eka people, Simili people, Ndokwa people, Anyocha people, Eka people? Does the Igbo people, now I'm specifically talking to Igbo, not idiot Igbo Biafra, because they are the real problem, but I'm talking to Igbo now, one-on-one, so that those of you who want to sue your father and your mother, we will meet there when the time comes. Animals everywhere, according to Nnamdi Kanu. Imana Nnamdi Kanu si na ndị Igbo bụ ndị wa bụrụ ọnụ. Ọ dị ka ọ wee eziokwu ka nwa atụrụ a na-ekuku awa dị amakwa ama. Ọwụ Ọnịcha gwara Obosi, Obosi gwara Ọnịcha. Tụfịa akwa. I'm not here to patronize you. If truly you are proudly Igbo, okwe mana Igbo amaka. If you are truly Igbo, answer me. Do you people truly love Ikure? Do you, from your heart of heart, come out and say, I love Ikure people? Without any part of your being saying otherwise. Can you, as Igbo person, come out and say, we love Eka people? Without that part of you fidgeting, please, if you, as Igbo man in the southeast, truly love Ndokwa man, Anyocha man, Usimili man, except you have something to benefit, please answer yourself. Don't answer me, because we already know the truth. We already know the answer. It's unfortunate. And then let's assume, based on your sincerity, transparency, and your beautiful nature as a progressive-minded Igbo, do you actually think Ikure people love Igbo people? Let's assume as Igbo person, you love Ikure. Do you think Ikure will reciprocate to that your love gesture? Do Ikure love Igbo? Do you think Eka people love Igbo? Do you think Anyocha, Usimili, Ndokwa, Ando, Orashi, do you think they truly love Igbo despite the homogeneous society we have found ourselves? familiarity between our cultural traditions. Of course, our values are never the same. Do you think they truly love Igbo? And then, if your being, your blood, the water, the sinew, the vein, the marrows, everything in you tells you they don't love you, how could you balance the equation, the simple notion that there are a group of Igbo people jumping up and down, uniting their father and their mother, except they are not Igbo people? And that is why I'm not talking to Igbo people. I'm talking to Igbo Biafra, because they come as if they are Igbo people, but they say they are Igbo Biafra. And so my fellow supposed sub-Igbo group, which we are not, beware of Igbo Biafra. You see, when Biafra agitation failed, they switched to political participation that led birth to obedient movement of Peter Obi. When they couldn't move or pave a headway, they metamorphosed into religious bigotry, targeting Yoruba religious leader, people like Adeboye Kumuye, Oyedepo, Olukoya, and the rest of them. But they understand they will not be able to pull the shot. They have to completely upset the balance. They initiated the unification of Ndiara that they call Ondigbo. And that is the current madness that is trending. They have been able to make way, but they will not go beyond the level they have attained to. It's just as simple as that. And now, in the attempt to create a false unity between the people who hate them and the people they hate, they are now distorting our history, which is very dangerous and unacceptable. But before I proceed further to create one or two scenarios to make them begin to reason properly, in case these Igbo Biafra people or Igbo people have mental issue, I will not fail to appreciate the people from the Midwestern region. If you are from the former Midwestern region, if you are from Edo and Delta, automatically you are under Bendel State. I salute you. I salute your fathers. I salute our ancestors, both those who are dead or alive. I have been trying to find out how you made it. I have been searching the face of the gods to know how you survived. And it could only be as simple as ABC. In every of your action, it is led by love, and your slightest touch command obedience. And so you have nothing to fear. I just cannot believe a region where almost less than kilometer is a different ethnic group, different language, different culture and tradition, and yet we were able to coexist for over a decade without having issue. The amazing thing there is that this great nation, influenced by the ancient great Benin Empire, was never ruled by anybody from Benin. Is it not amazing, Igbo people, that when you talk about Midwestern region, when you talk about Edo and Delta, when you talk about Bendel State, we have never as a region been ruled by the great Benin Empire people. It's amazing. It is amazing. Begin to mention all of them. Aside Orumusele and Nahuru Anthony. And I think none of them is close to the truth. Professor Ambrose Ali, who is actually responsible for 99.9% development we enjoy in Edo and Delta current day states, is from a minority. The great Benin Edo people allow him to rule us. Ogbomudia is a man considered as a minority in Bendel State. He ruled. Check militarily or civilianically, whatever grammar you want to use. Benin has never tried to impose themselves on people. And now push that aside. Under the Bendel State, we have Ijaw people, we have Urhobo people, we have Ishekiri people, we have Ndokwa people, we have Anyocha people, we have Eka people, we have Osimiri people, we have Orionwo people, we have Esako people, we have Ekpoma people, we have Awuchi people. And all these people I have mentioned for you, within their ethnics, how do I put the grammar? geographical location. Among them is the embodiment of thousands of ethnic groups, yet known to Nigerian governmental structure. We never fought ourselves. We never had land dispute. We never had personality to sell. Nobody was greater than anybody. All we wanted was a right atmosphere. It's obvious we know that Bendel State, Midwestern region, is experiment ground among other states across Nigeria. But why can't Nigeria Wazobia learn from us? But let me stop there. It's a tribute to the founding father, stakeholders, the real people of Bendel State. Only one person wanted to run mad along the process. It's amazing he was able to curtail. Everybody settled the issue. And today, most people have never heard about the history of the Esama of the Edo Kingdom. I'm talking about Chief Igbenedion. He actually wanted to upset the balance. Only God knows what gave him the information, what he did. But when he came back to his sense, from the simple fact that Omonobo Radio proved to him that he came back to his senses. And to tell you that we have moved on. Nobody's remembering the conflict between the Oba of Benin and the Esama of Edo Kingdom. Nobody remembers it. That is why Lucky Igbenedion was even allowed to be the governor. They allowed him. But let's move back. But you see, as we speak today, in order to distort history, in order to dominate us, conquer us, subjugate us, manipulate us, these internal imperialists, they are jumping everywhere. Agbo is Igbo. Everybody is Igbo. You must be Igbo. Igbo is Igbo. We must unite in Igbo. What do you want? To use us to fight Nigeria? No, our fathers you use, that is the end for you. Now, for the benefit of my people, South people, let's be realistic. Let me tell you one truth. I have a brother who has a supermarket in the UK. His supermarket in the UK is doing absolutely well. Within the area he found himself in the UK, as a Nigerian man, as a Niger Delta man, as a South man, as a car man, he was doing better than everybody there. All this Igbo is Igbo business, Igbo business. He only watching Keteki Bemen here for God's sake. And they were amazed. How could this young man survive? How could this young man be doing better than us? And they come close to him, had interaction with him. And he said, I'm from Agbo. And one of them said, we would like you to join our union. This will form the basis of our discussion in the coming days. And the Agbo boy said, which union? He said, it's Igbo Union. And the brother said to him, but Igbo people don't accept us as one of you. And so how could I be in your union when I'm not Igbo? This was internal discussion. And the brother, let's assume he's a progressive-minded Igbo person, said, don't worry, I will talk to my people. Which means your people is not my people, so he can be incorporated. Not because they love him. They want to know the secret behind his success, maybe destroy him later. I'm coming. And my brother said, okay. They added him in a WhatsApp group. And in that WhatsApp group, he introduced himself as Agbo. Just like what happened to me when I went to a meeting of Ohaneze Ndigbo Women Wing globally in Enugu. I was mesmerized when the leader simply said, Ndigbo, I was a Kwandi Agbo. So aside the Nnamdi Kanu betrayer, I have seen reason why I should ask question that the answer must come out. If it doesn't come out, we will force it out. And they started debating in the forum. Agbo is not Igbo. How can you bring him here? And so many, even the Igbo forum want to divide. And did you know what happened? My brother said it's okay. If I am not truly welcome here and I'm not Igbo, I will exit the forum. My presence here should not bring misunderstanding for you people. So he exited the forum. And now, this is his personal experience. He has not published it on Vanguard, Guardian newspaper, African Concord, African Pilot, or all these Don't let me call you hopeless newspaper company. He has not issued a fresh communique. He took the pain, the shame, the disgrace that he was rejected by the supposed fellow Nigeria who are supposed to embrace him, irrespective of ethnicity, tribes, or tongue. But we are a homogeneous society. He was pushed out. And he returned. He didn't see it because there is no platform to see it, so he kept quiet. It was when he heard what we were doing, he came forward. I say, brother, wait till they talk now true. See waiting then do me, see waiting then do me. You know, say before, I think say we be Igbo people. So why you, a Nyoma person, Ikure person, Ndokwa Osimili, Anyocha Eka person, you say, oh, we are Igbo, you are from God will punish you. Because they are there already saying that you are a tool to be used and abandoned. God will punish you. God will punish you. You better begin to talk of your village and allow Igbo people to come and unite us. It is heartbreaking. That is one. And as I talk to you, they're fighting tooth and nail to destroy that brother business in the UK. And then, number 2, testament. There is a brother that went to Anambra, Ochanja Market to be precise, to learn trade. Boutique. There are some major dealers who are responsible in the importation of textiles in Nigeria. These are Igbo people and Hausa people. When you talk about brocade, Gabardine, and the rest of them, it's Hausa people. When you talk about this, your Yahoo cloth, it's Igbo people. And so this, my brother, went to Ochanja Market to learn, to know the source of getting these materials. He learned, he paid everything he's supposed to pay, did everything, and learned for 4 years. 2 years as apprentice, and then another 2 years as a boy, Utimbu. And after which, his own relatives in overseas sent him money and said, start from Onitsha there, Ochanja Market. He was already gotten acquitted with other traders in Ochanja Market. And so he started going from one shop to another, begging them, please, I need a shop. If any vacant shop emerge, please, I want to open up. He had looked for shop 1 year, all to no avail. He became so desperate that he now used Igbo people to look for shop. And eventually he got a shop. And when he got this shop in Ochanja Market, he was happy. The brother in diaspora filled the boutique for him. He was doing well. In less than 3 months, that line was boggled. It was his shop they emptied. Don't forget Igbo Vigilante Adeo in Anambra State. They refilled the shop. In less than another 4 months, making it 7 months, they boggled his shop again. And so in a total of 1 year and 6 months, they continued boggling his shop. And then one progressive-minded Igbo person told him, don't you see you cannot fit in here? Does it mean you are not sensible enough to know that they want to frustrate you out? Instead of you insisting to remain here, very soon it is not your market they will be targeting. It is your life they will be targeting. Why not leave Onitsha? And that was his close friend. A friend that is close as a brother. That is the reason I have not generalized this Igbo madness. Because I have Igbo friends that are closer to me like a brother. I could call Uchuka Fomefo. I could call Onwukwe Nwanze. I could call people like Agunwai. These are Igbo people friends, closer than a brother. And so when they reach out to this guy, he moved. He went to Benin. And around Sapoba Road, he has his boutique. And he's doing lovely well. But the Sabo man in Onitsha, they frustrate him out. And then idiot will come and tell you, Agba Isibo, turn that way, go fire on her. It's unfortunate. By the time this thing will end, you will not be ready for it. Be deceiving your father and your mother. Let's see how possible it will be. That is number 2. Let us go to number 3. I have a friend in Italy who happens to be a caretaker in the estate where he lives. So if you want to rent an apartment there, you have to go through this brother. And this brother said he has always feared Igbo people because they will smite you, betray you, backstab you, destroy you, and take over your empire. And so he never, in that whole estate, no Igbo person. And then he said they now have Igbo friend who he couldn't resist and needed accommodation. And he said to the Igbo man, please. The Igbo man said to him, please, I'm having an accommodation issue. Can you help me get one since you are in charge? He said he told the guy, the problem I have with your kind is, tomorrow now you want to push me out here and take over this job from me. That is my fear. And the Igbo guy swore he was not going to do it. You have to trust people sometime. Because if we cannot trust people, then I should say if you are a Christian, you are not one. He trusted the Igbo man and gave him accommodation. In less than 2 months, the Igbo man started colliding with other tenants in that estate, most of which are Yoruba, that he's planning to get married and bring his wife from Nigeria, which happens to also be Igbo woman. That the moment the wife arrives, that the first project they are going to carry is to chase out that Agbo man. And the Yoruba people followed behind and told the Agbo man, this is what this guy is planning for you. And because this guy had, he went to meet the Italian woman that owns that property and said, this is what is coming. In case in the coming days, the moment this Igbo man get married, and you begin to hear complaint about me, know that this project has been on already. And the Italian woman said, no problem, we are waiting. And just lo and behold, the Igbo man went and married and brought his wife. The first thing they start pushing pressure is how to remove the Agbo man. Already the Italian woman knew. And when they finished reporting the Agbo man to the Italian woman, the Italian woman said, sit down. They called the Agbo man and said, I thought this guy is your brother. He said, yes, it's my brother. This is what they come to report. Just to make the Agbo man know and the Igbo man know, why are you people doing this to yourself? After we blame America, we blame China, we blame France, we blame the colonial terrorists, colonial master, the imperialists, we blame all of them. But we have done more evil to ourselves than you can imagine. And that was how my brother was saved. If not, Igbo people will destroy him. I could tell you about those who went to do Afianton drug in overseas, and by the time they return, they survive. Working with Igbo people will kill them and take their resources. But how can I tell you about all these people not talking about myself? I work with Igbo people, the one that say they are Biafra. We took oaths never to betray ourselves. I thank the Creator, the wisdom I applied during the oath taking. Because I knew what they could do, what they are capable of doing. With everything we have gone through, the moment money came, I became disposable. I was with them. They were putting bomb in my house to kill me. If I had a better facility, in fact, I posted a video of myself, how I survived the bomb blast in my house in Port Harcourt, Rumukurushi. Facebook actually blocked it. I will see how I will reload that picture. It's Igbo people. That I was arrested by the DSS, it's Igbo people. That I was poisoned more than 5 different times and I survived, it's Igbo people. Whatever I have gone through, challenges in my life, I've never had issue with anybody. The day I begin to work with Igbo people is the day I begin to have problem, challenges. Now go to my comment section. Look at 99.9% of the people that will insult me. If not 110 over 100%. All of them are Igbo. If you see the one not answering Igbo name, look into it closely. It is personated by Igbo people. And I'm a Igbo man. I'm a car man. And then the question should be, if Igbo are desperate to unite with me, what is the outcome of the relationship we have had with them for the past 70 years? What have we benefited? And if actually, verbally, practically nothing, why are they still pushing it to, oh, we are Igbo, we must be Igbo, everybody is Igbo, Igbo people, Igbo people, Igbo people, Igbo Biafra, Igbo Wawawa, Igbo Sobigo group, Igbo Ndualiri, Igbo people, Igbo bu Igbo na Igbo bu Igbo, all of you, what exactly are you looking for? Your love means nothing to us. And sometimes you should be ashamed. I'm a living witness. If I want to use the veracity or magnitude of my encounter with Igbo Biafra and face all of you, by now there will be a riot against Igbo people in the entire South. Believe me. But I'm a man of peace. Though when I speak, it is for war. And so why all your madness that we will allow you to disorient the next generation of our people? You are hallucinating. And I ask you, like my topic suggests, why all this unity? Why are you begging for unity? Do Igbo people truly love Ikore people? And vice versa. Do Ikore people truly love Igbo people? Let's look at that aspect before I draw this message back home. The truth is that Igbo people don't love Ikore people and they don't trust Ikore people. And all of us they call sub-Igbo group, they don't love us, they don't trust us. Right there in the southeast, they don't love themselves, they don't trust themselves. That is why it is easier for them to betray themselves. Now let me repeat it again. We were in a Skype meeting. A meeting organized against supposed Biafra people across the globe. And in this Skype meeting, we were talking about the Igbo unification agenda, which my submission was simple. I don't pretend, I don't lie, but I'm very economical with the truth sometimes, because I don't want to offend anybody actually. Not as if we are not ready for the Okpokpo scatter. We are born for Okpokpo scatter. It's just that we don't look it. And I told them, I say, see, where I come from, we have king. And there is adage that say that a child cannot show the father where they are living before. If you want to unite Igbo on social media, our people will not oblige. Because it's our parents that will tell us who we are. And this will be based on what our king tells them. The unfortunate thing now is that you people don't have king. Igbo Nwezi. Forget all this Yahoo king of Igbo people everywhere. We will review them later. They told us that they don't have king. Igbo Nwezi. To them it was ego. All of them are captain in one ship. How could they know where they are coming from? Not to talk of where they are going to. I appeal to them. I say, first of all, you will engage our monarch. I could humbly tell you that there are certain issues our monarch will not take the power vested upon them to decide. They must consult the custodians, the high priest. They must consult the gatekeeper. They cannot take certain decisions, or else we will boycott them. You know, no say then they boycott king. They coming down. I say, so go to them first. They will consult the council of elders or chiefs. Whatever they come up with, they will tell you. You can never have a soft landing until you are led by them. But it was almost impossible for them to manipulate these people. And after making some effort, it didn't work because I was betrayed in the process. Ikechukwu Goha is dead. The moment I take them to 1 or 3 king, they start going to the king without me. Was even blackmailing me before those king, who know me better than all of them. So they were casted. And in one of those meetings, they were talking, we will not beg anybody who don't want to unite, let you know unite. Criminals everywhere. They abandoned it. And I've told them I will not take a move until you go through our king. And so in that meeting, they actually didn't talk about Anyoma people, but the focus was on Ikwere. The first person made his submission, and from more than 30 minutes, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo. Another one came on, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo, Ikwere hate Igbo. Hold on. And I signaled them that I want to speak, which they gave me the privilege. Because actually we are force and a voice to reckon with. And they say, yes, Onyibe, what do you have to say? I say, I don't like what I'm hearing here. I've checked this platform. I'm the only Anyoma person here. And there is no single Ikwere person here. And so virtually all of you are Igbo from the southeast. And I don't want to believe that, supposing I was not here, the melody would have been the same. Because I was actually their key to accessing the South-South. I said, I believe if I was not here, you people will consider Anyoma people as the hate Igbo. But let's be realistic here. If you say Ikwere hate Igbo, I will not agree. But maybe you have to change this slogan and say Ikwere men hate Igbo people, which means Ikwere women love Igbo people. I say because the last time I checked, about 50% of Ikwere people married from the southeast, most especially Abia and Imo State. How can Ikwere men be marrying your sister when they hate you? Maybe Ikwere men hate Igbo men, but they love Igbo women. I say it doesn't make sense. And I'm sure if I'm not here, you people will repeat the same thing. There is one idiot. They call him Ugo Marama Ugochukwu. He has beards like chimpanzee. His beards, the root of his beards has connected to his brain, so he don't reason properly again. He jump on as a chimpanzee like Nnamdi Kanu under drug. I said, well, they allow me to say nonsense. I could say nonsense. Nonsense. I was saying nonsense because I'm telling them the truth. Now I'm here to say nonsense. I'm not seeing them in the era. Mad people like Nnamdi Kanu everywhere. And I said, since I'm saying nonsense, and I'm sure I'm not supposed to be here, that is how I left them. That is how I bought the sheep. That is when in fact, I've concluded myself that these people are irredeemable. And so, all these things you are fooling yourself. Where are you heading to? That is for Ikwere. They talk of abandoned property. They talk about it, but they never tell you what they did to Ikwere people. If we begin to trace the death of Isaac Adakaboro, if we begin to trace the death of Ken Saro-Wiwa, if we begin to trace the death of Obiwale, Igbo Biafra, you people have hand in it. Igbo Biafra, you people have hand in it. Let us check. Philip Effiong died miserably. You Igbo Biafra, your hand is there. Let us check what made Chukwu Manzogo to kill himself. Igbo Biafra, your hand is there. Let us check what made Althusser to die regrettably. Igbo Biafra, your hand is there. Do we begin to talk those who died in service in the sand of Igbo Biafra to Fiakwa? I ask you a question. Do you truly love the Sub-Igbo group? And if answer is yes, do you think the Sub-Igbo group love you? Why are you doing all these things? We are fully aware of the dispensational change. But this time, on this your crooked and mischievous path, you will walk it alone. Those you have been able to fool, they will come back. Ned Nwoko will come to his sense, he will come back. Mbata will come back to his sense, they will come back. Fool yourself first of all. We will be here to announce your hopelessness for you when your time comes. Who beg for freedom? Do you beg a woman to love you? Do you beg a man to love you? Then prepare your heart to live in misery, because that is all you will get. Do we truly love ourselves? I've heard a lot of Igbo people say, oh, we betrayed them during the war. We betrayed them during the war. But lo and behold, we were their closest ally. If their closest ally cannot be trusted, cannot be loved, cannot be incorporated, cannot be loved, how could you on social media change the narrative and the intention of their heart? And then finally, there is World Igbo Congress. There is Ala Igbo Development Union. There is Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, not to mention other numerous sociocultural group of Ndi Igbo. Go and check all of them. If you see a Nyoma person there or Ikuli person there, know that that person is highly talented. There is a gift they want to harness from that person. Why are they not carrying us along? Sorry. Haneze Ndi Igbo na isikwere man. Oh, ndu alili na akponde mmadu ndu alili ndi oshi. Listen to me, you Oyi Igbo. That's your Nnewi group. That's your Amandoba group. That's your Unkwiri group. That's your Ndibo Igbo group. That's your Igbo group. Is there any other sub-Igbo group there? Una no get sense. You think you have sense, right? I'll leave the question for you to answer. But then to cap it all, if you are considered a sub-Igbo group, don't fool yourself. Your talk will end on social media. I'm not in diaspora. I'm in uncompleted building in Orogodo. Don't deceive yourself. You are not going anywhere. You don't want to repent. You will be messed up. Stop fooling yourself. This is just the truth. We need to form unions. We need to form organization. We need to mobilize our people. We need to create platform to checkmate these invaders, these expansionists, whether you like it or not. We have started already. Don't run on the offense against your people. And you can scatter all on the and you can bupu ha obogodo zomen unwemuchi. Uni fene mono. Unwetenye nwora ndị Igbo unu ndị Igbo gwale ni mi ihe ohu imare yo nwa wonye anyoma yo nwa wonye ka yo nwa wonye ikuri gwale mi ihe ohu imene mare ndị Igbo men ndị nkenyi enke etie ka obi ne mba ndị ne wo ndị nkenyi na eburu ogun we ishi ika kpachapụ anya nu were ji shi ọnụ akpatụ makasa abi onwe onye ri memiri ka ncha banye nya nrero ni ndị nkenyi si na onye nwere ri shi dara arokotoba ji mena onwe na ugbu alụnụ no ndị Igbo aworileni ndị wu ndị Igbo ki Germany ndị Igbo ndị wu ndị agbo ka alọdeni ndị agbo ndị wu sọb Igbo group o iPhone le wekpolo enu enyi ke bu ọnụ che ebu men ya kono chono no re. Because you marry Igbo man or Igbo woman, does it have to affect the truth? Can it change the truth? We gonna use in our brain. No? There are a lot of things going on. There are a lot of registration going on. And officially, we have not announced any platform. They will be recognized by CAC before we begin to flag off any registration across the globe. This is a platform for South people. Most especially the defund, marginalized, emasculated Mid-Western region, Bende State, squashed into Edo State, later incorporated into South. If you like, be a spectator. If you like, stand up to your responsibility. Be awakened. It is not the hatred of anybody that drives us. But believe me, we just want fairness, truth, justice, and equity to prevail. This is our one Nigeria. We truly understand that to save Nigeria, we must completely overhaul the foundation. And the process has already begun. We're going to the heart of the problem, which is Igbo Biafra. And when we are done with the Igbo Biafra, the issue of Wazobia, where fraudulency decree came into the system, all of them will be addressed. So you that is afraid of the truth, begin to fight the truth. We shall see how powerful the light and the darkness can be when they confront each other. But in the absence of one will prevail. Now we have taken our stand, and that is how it will be. If you understand the content of this message, good and fine for all of us. If you do not understand, you are going to edit it and then use it to blackmail me. My brother, that will be the last thing you will do, because I am your destiny and I am your doom. Before I bring the broadcast to an end, believe me, we are trying to build our studio. We're trying to fund so many things to be able to pass this message to the tiniest settlement, Amulet, within the South region. Believe me, I don't have the financial capacity. I may be knowledgeable enough to give you the blueprint, but I don't have the financial capacity. That is to prove to you that nobody is invaluable. We need some of you to be available. We need some of you to be financially responsible. We need some of you to lead the way, to direct us, to guide us. But Igbo people will soon come here and tell you, oh, he's hungry, he's begging for money, don't give him, he's a hungry man, to discredit me. Meanwhile, they are sponsoring group to go and unite Egbake. They are not hungry. When we were in IPOB, contributing ego idosi obodo, ego lumunwanye, ego banko, ego nde yahoo, they were not hungry. Now, to save yourself, they will tell you are hungry. If you are from the South, you are from the Midwestern region, Bende State, Edo and Delta, and you believe we are not lying, and you can help us send this message across so that Igbo unity beggar sneaking into our villages midnight, at times they metamorphose to Fulani herdsmen, to kidnapper, everywhere, we will bust them. That is the time we can only fight Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah and the rest Boko Haram in our region. Because by the time you catch 20 of these kidnappers, you will discover 90 is Igbo. And when you touch that, I will leave it at that. I'm not happy. I hate dishonest intellectual people. You know how to reach me. Drop a message there. I will reach out to you. If you can reach out to me, because the journey has already begun. A car is not Igbo. Nkunkem. Ikwere is not Igbo. There is nothing like sub Igbo. It is a fraud. Like Wazobia is a fraud. It's not fair. Because when we check the yardstick, the influence in the first referendum, census of Nigeria, it was all rigged. I do not see why you will tell me that Igbo man has more population than a Gala man. Considering the fact that you have a Gala people scattered across many states in Nigeria, more than the state we have in the southeast. And being majority in those regions. I cannot understand why you will tell me Idoma man is a minority, occupying more space in Nigeria more than the Igbos in the southeast. And believe me, I will not agree with you that you will come here and tell me that these people are minority. What is the yardstick? But Wazobia has pulled down their fraudulency for a while. It is the Bia and the Wazo that don't want us to rest. And if we keep quiet, they will magnify this power, form unity with the Zo and the Wa. And we will not have mouth. Is it not wickedness that these people created a region constitutionally through plebiscite called Midwestern region, and they destroyed the same region without plebiscite? Is it not consigning to you? Make us stop there. If you know, you know. If you don't know, no. Let me receive my insult and then move on. Because I won't go do Oguaja. Adi Amakwama. I see here Taiwo. He's saying, We leave it at that, Taiwo. Let's see. I see Yari. I greet you good morning from here. Acho Ibe, my brother. I greet you good morning from here. I see there's Ken says, please, sir, I need your contact so that we can discuss. Ken, I will talk to you before the end of the day. I promise. Then I see who is there. Messi. I greet you, Messi. Good morning from here. You say please, sir, I need your contact. Yes, Messi, I will respond to all of you. Honestly, I promise before the end of the day. Who is there? Who is there? I need insult. Igbo Biafra, come and insult me. Come and colonize me. Come and colonize me. Insult, please. No insult. Igwe Abuchi, I greet you. Good morning from here. He said Nnamdi Kanu is denying you. Don't know anything about the answers in Lagos. Did you have everything to say about it? Nnamdi Kanu is denying you. Don't know anything about answer in Lagos. Do you have anything to say about that? He said Nnamdi Kanu is denying me. I understand that. You don't know anything about answers in Lagos. Well, your question, Igwe Abuchi, is not very clear. But I was the one that created the IPOB in Lagos State, created the IPOB in Abuja. Now, when I say I created it, we have a family in the Western region. The family in Western region was controlled or first led by one Chukwuma Nwankwo, who later dropped out because they saw IPOB was a criminal gang, and for some reason he don't want to continue. And then we handed over the Western region to John Paul Madu Abuchi. Ask Nnamdi Kanu who is John Paul Madu Abuchi. You will see John Paul Madu Abuchi is a progressive-minded Igbo boy from Enugu. Very sincere people. Why I'm not happy with people like that is that when they finish one madness of Biafra, they join obedient movement. When I told them, as progressive-minded Igbo people I know, avoid obedient movement, they didn't listen, and I don't want to antagonize them. Now it is done on them. So go tell me the state in the West, let me call you the name of the coordinator, give you their WhatsApp number, everything. Is it not Chinedu that is in charge of Edo State? And he tell you, doesn't Nnamdi Kanu know anything other than to come out and override me with his brothers in the DOS and tell them to begin to rob and kidnap criminals? Will you tell me about Abuja? The first coordinator of Abuja was betrayed and they say he was working with DSS, blackmailed him because he has seen their criminal gang before they choose Kenneth Ogani, who later discovered that they are criminal. Does Barrister Ojofor not know that he later began to control IPOB in the northern region? Can Barrister Ojofor deny, or he will use his wife in the Nigerian DSS to come for me? Thunder will fire for all of them. Ask Barrister Ojofor, was he not once a coordinator of IPOB? Ask Barrister Ojofor, who is the mother to his first son? Is he not a DSS woman? All those things will now they prepare. Thunder will fire them. Tell Nnamdi Kanu to call my name in Abuja there. Let me bring his madness to an end. Let me cure him. When I tell them I'm their destiny, I'm their doom, you think I'm joking? Useless set of people. Tell Barrister Ojofor the audio he was using to beg me to listen to Nnamdi Kanu when I told him Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. Tell Barrister Ojofor that I have it. Mad people everywhere, calling people mad people. Nduwa liriri, calling people nduwa liriri. Ndioshi, calling people ndioshi. Dying of inferiority complex. It's unfortunate. So, my brother, I don't get your question very clearly. But I am IPOB, and IPOB is me. It was not a criminal organization. It was not a terrorist group. We actually wanted to address the issue of restructure, which is as good as Biafra. Political imbalance, and several agitations, creating a room for constitutional conference. Considering the fact that Nigeria is governed by Abdulsalami Abubakar military dictates, there is need to return to a rigid constitutional democratic platform, which we have not achieved yet at this very moment, because there are a lot of things that is happening that is not all to happen in the right senses. But who are you to talk? Because once they magnify the power of Wazobia, you are gone. But now we are not fighting against them. We believe that through the preamble of law, we will get to our destination. But now there are some criminals trying to use us as their shield, Igbo Biafra, and that is why we are here. And Igbo Abuchi say, please, and saying Nnamdi Kanu deny NSAS in Lagos. Okay. So that was a typographic error. It's all right. He cannot deny NSAS. If I must say something, Nnamdi Kanu did not organize NSAS. Nnamdi Kanu actually knew nothing about NSAS. But Nnamdi Kanu could be charged for sedition. If they can charge Obafemi Awolowo for sedition, for saying that Nigeria is like oil and water that cannot mix, he was charged for sedition by Igbo Biafra people, Agun Yoro Simon Nakwe Thomas, and locked up in Calabar. Nnamdi Kanu should be charged for sedition. He hijacked NSAS. He knew nothing about NSAS. And the brutal response of Nigerian citizens by the security agency was not because our security platform were brutal or inhuman, but because they have seen that Nnamdi Kanu has been able to rip off the emotion of the people. And you know what will happen. And I will tell you, yes, the military somewhere were high-handed in handling those NSAS people. And this is because Nnamdi Kanu have sent his boys from his even broadcast to go and infiltrate those protesters. That is why I tell any Nigeria, in a time like this, don't join anybody to protest. Because when they are sending you as a sheep to go and protest, they are sending wolves to be in your midst. So Nnamdi Kanu took advantage to destabilize Nigeria, to kill Tinubu, to kill Wike. He now sent his unknown gunmen to infiltrate fellow Nigerian progressive-minded youth, so that he can take the picture of their dead body and go and show it to Amnesty International and other supposed human rights organizations who pretend to care. Maybe I will take time and explain that in my next broadcast. Nnamdi Kanu hijack that process. Thank you. I see Mini Ogbaru. He say, George, you are saying the truth. Ejiofor even invited ESN at their killing camp in the bush. No, tell Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I know his house. I know everything about him. Tell him that I say the audio he sent to me, begging me to listen to Nnamdi Kanu criminal, that I still have the audio. And somebody have told him, this guy you are dealing with, be careful. Maybe it's Nnamdi Kanu. That is when he stopped talking to me. Tell him I still have their chat. Justice Mariri, right? Ndioshi. Go and hike it now. We don't lie against anybody. I have warned them before this thing began. I told them to leave me alone. I was going to disappear and nobody knew that I ever existed. But I also told them I know you will not agree. Because you feel you are almighty. The most intelligent tribe, the wealthiest tribe, you will want to come for me. You will not like the reception. I told you, Nnamdi Kanu, I will fight you in an atmosphere you have not been. I will take you to a terrain where you will be an alien. I promise them, and I don't threaten people. I keep to my promise. I'm George Onyibe. Have a nice day.